Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded and we have just been super busy with traveling and life and getting ready for baby number 2. So I'm back with a new video and this one's just a classic clean with me with a little bit of home updates sprinkled in. You know how we're doing it in this house, but the first thing I am doing is cleaning up in our master bedroom. We had gone to see Christian's family for a long weekend, came home for a single day, and then flew out to Florida to spend 5 days in Disney with my family. So it was so much great family time, but lots of laundry, lots of unpacking needed to happen, all of this going on. The night before I started filming this video, I got all of our dirty laundry into the washer and the dryer, so all of that is clean and ready to be folded, and it felt so good to have all of this done. But like, there's still the toiletries, the suitcases, the swim diapers, all of the clean clothes left behind. So today we're tackling all of that mess in the bedroom, getting these suitcases out of here, folding the laundry, and then just, you'll see that this room has kind of become a disaster. Well, it's hard to see because like the floors are super clear, but anything that's like a surface or a storage area is jam-packed, cluttered, not functional, and we're gonna address all of that through organizing and cleaning in this room right now.
Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright. Maybe you will tell me what you're thinking, or maybe you will give me all the blame, but I'm moving on.
Now, I wish I had some big house updates, renovation plans to share with you guys, but things have just been taking their sweet time. Everyone told me, especially my mom, she kept warning me that home renovations take twice as long and cost twice as much as you expect, and that has been so true for this process. So we are still working on getting our floor joists supported, like that whole process. I'll share a video here where I went super in depth on like the next step in this house. So there's no real like home updates going on. I'm doing a couple projects here and there that you can keep up with over on Instagram before they're ready to come over to the whole YouTube channel. So if you're looking to see some progress updates on the house, definitely follow me over there. I only share projects like when they're fully done, or like at least like phase 1 of the project is done over here on YouTube, so you can catch up over on Instagram. But there's nothing really going on with the house right now. It's just taking forever. Working with contractors is a pain. Waiting for their subcontractors to get back to the contract, it's just not fun. So there's not much going on in here, but I am really excited to share that I found a lot of bedroom inspiration on Instagram today. There's one bedroom in particular I saw on an Instagram account. I'll link their page down below, but it had this like really pretty sage green comforter. Sage green has just kind of been my go-to like color of choice, but they had like beautiful nightstand setups with like mirrors and huge lamps, and like I just had a ton of inspiration in the bedroom situation. And you can see this room is pretty beige and bland and boring, which is a lot better than the blue it used to be. But I'm like finally starting to get some inspiration and some ideas of how I'm gonna customize this bedroom and decorate this space, which is super, super exciting, because for a long time in this house, I could not like think design, color, style choices. I just needed to get everything a clean slate, and like we still have ways to go, like the floors all need to be refinished and stuff, but we're getting somewhere where I'm finally finding some style inspiration. I sent it to Christian on Instagram and I was very excited. So who knows when we'll actually get around to decorating the bedroom like that, but I'm like very into like the style and design options now.
Just really doing nothing, that's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you.
you'll definitely catch me stopping while I'm organizing these shelves and just staring off into space. I don't love these shelves, but I have some things to store in them and just like make this tidier, but I definitely like had to stop and think of like, what am I doing? Where do I even begin on these shelves? That's how chaotic they had gotten. All of the cables tangled together. Just, there's little things that like make sense. Like I have a basket for diapers for Madeline. I have a shelf for all my YouTube stuff. But slowly the clutter and like the random things creep their way in here, and I'm like, where does this even go? There's no home for this. And so I've been struggling through that. I think I spent 10 minutes really just focusing on these shelves though, and it's been so nice, and it's been so easy to keep this tidy and organized since I spent this 10 minutes. So if you have a space that is not functional, like this open closet situation we've got going on here, I cannot wait to tear this out and do built-ins. But until that day, I'm working with what I got. But if you're in the same situation, like learning to be flexible takes time, it takes patience, and I'm right there with you if you have a space you're not in love with, but you're still just trying to make functional and work for your family. That's definitely what this closet situation is for us. Just doing my best to clean it up and make it look tidier, but also become more functional. We just kind of have this turning into a dumping zone. And as I'm recording this, I am 34 weeks pregnant, in case you have not noticed the giant bump in this whole video, but that is creeping up on me so fast, so I'm sure this room is about to get even more chaotic because we'll have the bassinet in here, I'll have all of the nighttime changing supplies, all of that kind of craziness, and we are just so all over the place in this house still. I've moved over now into our guest bedroom. This will one day become Madeline's bedroom. So we have her dresser in here, all of her clothes in here and stuff like that, but we also need a guest room right now. So Madeline's currently sleeping in the new baby's nursery room, and then we have our guest bed up in here. It's all over the place, all spread out. But speaking of baby number 2, I am starting to get ready for that baby. I haven't really like focused on that, but I just got a large Amazon order in of all of the little things that I need to buy new for a baby. Thank goodness it is so much easier getting all of the baby supplies together for baby number 2 compared to baby number 1. It's a lot less expensive and a lot more straightforward. But I do have Nest With Me videos planning to come out soon with those, but I just know it's going to make this house even more chaotic and more spread out. I think I will keep baby number 2's clothes in this same dresser as Madeline's, just because Maddie doesn't use all of these drawers, and I don't know where else I could possibly put more baby stuff. But baby will be in our bedroom for first 6 months or so I'm gonna have like a diaper cart, all of those things in there. But stay tuned for nesting videos, getting ready for the baby, and I'm sure once I start organizing for baby, you'll see just how spread out it gets even more. Was that even a complete sentence? I don't know. At this point, there's going to be baby stuff all over the house, every single room. Some clothes will be in the guest room, the baby will be in our bedroom, probably some bigger items will go to live in the nursery where Maddie's currently sleeping, so stay tuned to see me lose my mind over organizing all of the tiny baby stuff. But now we're going down to the basement. Christian had wanted to build out our home gym. If you remember in our California house, we used to have it in our garage, but this garage needs to stay cleared out and empty so we can have our floor joists hopefully within the next month fixed and repaired and all that stuff, so that has to stay like out of there. But Christian wanted to start working out at home again, and so his master plan was to clear out one room in our basement that we've been using for storage. This back room has served as like his home office when he needs to get away from me and Maddie and the craziness in the house, but it's also just tons and tons and tons of boxes we haven't unpacked yet. And so we are going to tidy the space, condense it a little bit more, and move it all out into like the big bonus room where the fireplace is out here. And then Christian's going to bring in all of our floor mats, our rack, what's it called? Rack? Like the where you can squat and lift and barbell stuff from. He's going to set all of that up in here, and honestly, he's going to be doing all of the work. He just let me film him and wrangle Madeline while he did this project.
I don't wanna go. This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down?
Watching these clips back has me dying to go downstairs and just paint the whole room white. You'll see in a little bit, Christian's gonna pull some like command hooks off the walls, and you'll see like this wall paneling stuff is like the cheapest possible solution to drywall. This is just a really thin wood veneer, I think just glued onto plywood. It's a very strange construction. We've been finding all kinds of weird things for how this house has been put together. And I'm just tempted to just paint it, but we both know that it's not worth the time to like go down here and paint all of it, because one, we have other stuff to be working on, and two, it all needs to just be torn out. Like, when we actually redo this basement for real and put new floors in and change the floor plan and like get down here, we're gonna end up just tearing all of these walls out and having to install drywood straight to the studs again. Not looking forward to that process, but I actually am gonna start getting into mudding something a little bit. I've had to do a lot of research for our kitchen. I'm doing one little tiny wall, and it's turned into such a hassle. It's over on Instagram, like I mentioned. Those updates are over there, but I'm gonna have to do like drywall skim coating over the whole thing, which is taking joint compound and this giant 12-inch spatula and smoothing out the entire wall, and then priming and painting and all of this fun stuff. But we're getting really deeper into the DIY stuff in this house, like not just the easy stuff that's like painting. Like, anybody can paint without looking at a YouTube video. I've never once looked up or Googled, how do you paint a room? You kind of just figure it out, but we're getting into the projects that are like, oh, I need to sit and do some research before I start doing this. So that's exciting, but I am just dying to paint this room, because wouldn't it just look 10 million times better if these walls were just a clean, crisp white?
You used to hold me, baby, and tell all the memories when you used to write me poetry. You would tell me about my history. If I could have another chance to be there, I would really hear you.
Now that's about it down there for the gym. Christian also built a dumbbell rack and organized it and all that stuff. I didn't have enough bandwidth to sit down there with Madeline for that whole process. He spent like a full half day on it, and instead we're going to go upstairs and do some furniture rearranging in our living room. This room is also just awkward. Ever since I painted the fireplace, I love this space so much more. Just the clean, crisp white just brings new life and makes this house feel more like ours. I've said that a million times, but paint has been a miracle worker in this house, and now I just like want to keep making it more ours. Now this is the only like living space on the main level of the home, and it's just an awkwardly long, narrow room. So there's not a good space for like the Chase lounge on the couch to fit in, and then the fireplace takes up so much of the floor plan. Like all of these things just make this room not ideal. And since we're doing big, expensive structural things to the house, we're not spending money on furniture yet. Everything you see in here has just been things that we moved from our last home. We have not bought furniture, we've not bought decor for this house, and we're trying to keep it that way until we do all of the really big, expensive projects like bathrooms and stuff like that. So we're just working with what we got. It's not ideal, it's not perfect. I'm not in love with the configuration of this room. We also don't love where our TV is underneath this window. We plan on demolishing this wall, eliminating that window, getting rid of the fireplace where it is just because it takes up so much floor space. But all that said, we're just trying to shift some furniture around to make it fit a little bit better right now. We had a lot of wasted floor space in this room, and Madeline keeps tripping and falling over toys. We're stepping on Legos, like things like that. That's just like infuriating to live in your own house because it's just not functional. So I wanted to try moving the couch out of here. This piano also came with the home, and we're holding on to it for my brother-in-law and sister-in-law to come get eventually. So that's sitting here just kind of taking up space. And so we're going to just shift things around a little bit. We're going to move the piano, we're going to play with how the couch is arranged, and just try to make the space less cluttered and you'll see. We're going to move things around a bunch, play with the furniture arrangement. Christian was a little bit over me this day. He was trying to watch football, and I just kept thinking, can we move the couch like 4 inches to the left? No. Now put it back. Okay, now move the couch off the rug. Let me reposition the rug. Okay, now move it back. It was not good. The couch actually ends up in the exact same position it was in before. But we moved the piano.
You know you're killing me slowly. Maybe I'm yours, maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me. Give me something straight from your heart. All this insecurity is tearing me apart. You're making me sleepless. Maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me.
No matter how we arrange this couch in this room, it just doesn't sit centered on anything. We can center it on the window, which is ultimately what we do, but then it's off-centered from the fireplace, and then it just will not fit facing the TV. It would literally just block off the entire room. You couldn't get past the couch to like sit in it because the fireplace sticks out so far into the room. You also cannot mount the TV above the fireplace because the mantle is so tall above it. There's just awkwardness in this room, and so we're doing our best to make it work. And even just getting rid of the piano and like putting it into this back corner opens it up so much more and lets us have a whole little nook for Madeline. So maybe I'll start looking on Facebook Marketplace for a little toy rotation station, like a little mini cabinet or something for this little corner, because that would be super helpful, I think, for her. Or maybe I should do like a little kids table. Maybe that would be fun for like arts and crafts or things like that. I don't know. We'll figure out what this little corner is, but just having it cleared out and then also moving a little cozy lamp to this corner has made this feel a lot better for us.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to.
And of course, classic kid move that I've seen in so many YouTube videos is when you finally move the couch, you find about 800 lost toys. The pile on the floor right there was that. We moved the couch and found so much stuff. So we're going to clean that up, set up Bucky's new crate location. He's always very confused and curious about what's going on when we start moving his crate. But he immediately figured out that this is where it is now, and he's very happy in it. We're going to do a quick little vacuum, and that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out, following along as we get more comfortable in this home, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Find the remedy.